All right, guys. Short one today to go along with that short one yesterday. So we had a really easy one working with yesterday where if we had an angle inscribed in a semicircle, it always ends up being a right angle because its intercepted arc is 180 degrees, the measure of a semicircle, so half of that is 90 degrees. Important theorem dealing with circles. This one also is pretty important. So if we take any quadrilateral, any four-sided figure, and we inscribe it in a circle. Now, when we inscribe it in a circle, that means that all four of the vertices have to be on a circle. Okay, what we get is both pairs of opposite angles have to be supplementary. Okay, so that means that angle A and angle C have to be supplementary, and that means that angle B and angle D have to be supplementary. Now it's pretty easy to show why that's the case. Okay, I don't need to do it for both of them. I show you why it's the case for one pair, and obviously it works for the other pair. So let's suppose we take angle A and angle C. Okay, so if we just look at angle A right here, okay, its intercepted arc is arc BCD right there. Okay, and then if I take angle C, its intercepted arc is BAD here. And notice how those two intercepted arcs account for the entire circle. So the entire 360 degrees, okay? So half of that is 180 degrees, which means that the two angles have to be supplementary. Okay, so anytime we have a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle, which means that all four vertices have to be on the circle, both pairs of opposite angles have to be supplementary. So in this diagram, A and C have to have measures that add up to 180 degrees, and B and D have to have measures that add up to 180 degrees as well. Okay. Okay, so if we have something like this, where we definitely have a quadrilateral, it is inscribed in the circle. Okay, all four vertices are on the circle. Okay, it says find the measure of all four angles. Well, let's see. That would mean that angle A here and angle D would have to be supplementary. And notice that the expressions have the exact same variable, so we can add them together and set it equal to 180 and solve for y. Okay, and then notice that B and C have to be supplementary as well. Okay, this guy and this guy. And notice that their expressions, okay, have the same variable, so we can add them together, set it equal to 180, and solve for x. Okay, so how about we do A and D first? Okay, so we know we're going to get the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle D has to be 180 pesos. Okay, so we get a 12y minus 6 from the measure of angle A. We get a 9y minus 3, okay, from the measure of angle D. And when we add those, we have to get 180 pesos. So let's see, we collect similar terms. We're going to get 21y minus 9 equals 180. So that means 21y, adding 9 to both sides, has to be 189. So y would be 9. Okay, so now I can use that to go back and find the measure of angle A and the measure of angle D. So let's see, angle D will be 9 times 9 minus 3. So that is 81 minus 3. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to get 78 pesos for the measure of angle D. Okay, now I do the same thing here for angle A. Okay, so I get 12 times 9 minus 6. And let's see, 12 times 9, that would be 90 plus 18. So that's 108 minus 6. So we're going to get 102 pesos. And then if I look at those angle measures, 78 and 102, definitely adds up to 180, so we should be in good shape here. Okay, so let's do angle B and angle C. So we have the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C. They have to be 180 pesos. The measure of angle B is 7x plus 5, plus the measure of angle C is 11x minus 5. Okay, so I collect similar terms. I'm going to get 18x. Notice the positive 5, negative 5 cancel each other out. So I get 18x equals 180, which means that x equals 10. Okay, so let's see. Let's do angle B first. Okay, so I go 7 times 10 plus 5. Obviously, that's 70 plus 5, so I get 75. Okay, so the measure of angle B is 75 pesos. And then over here, let's see, I'm going to go 11 times 10 minus 5. So that is 110 minus 5, which gives me 105. So 105 pesos. And then we take a look. 75 plus 105 is definitely 180 pesos, so we're in good shape there. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, same setup here. Okay, all right, so all 4 vertices of the quadrilateral are on the circle, so it's inscribed in the circle. So that means that opposite angles A and D and B and C have to be supplementary. So how about we start with A and D? Okay, so let's see, the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle D has to be 180 pesos. Okay, so angle A is 7y plus 8. Angle D is 9y minus 4. Okay, so let's see, 7y plus 9y is 16y. 8 minus 4 is 4, equals 180. Okay, so subtracting 4 from both sides, we get 16y equals 176. And I'm pretty sure that is y equals 11, but I'll check it just to make sure. 176 divided by 16. Right, I get 11. Okay, so we can go back and find the measure of angle A and the measure of angle D. So let's see, this will be 7 times 11 plus 8. So that is 77 plus 8, which gives us, what, 85? Okay, so it looks like we have 85 pesos for the measure of angle A. And down here I go 9 times 11 minus 4. So that is going to be 99 minus 4, which would give us 95 pesos. Okay, so if I look at those two guys, 95 plus 85 is definitely 180, so we should feel pretty good about that. Okay, let's do B and C now. Okay, so I have the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C has to be 180 pesos. Measure of angle B is 13x plus 11. Measure of angle C is 21x minus 35. And obviously they have to add up to 180. So let's see, 13 plus 21, that's 34. So I get 34x. All right, let's see, 11 minus 35. I think that's negative 24, isn't it? Equals 180. Okay, so adding 24 to both sides, I'm going to get 34x equals 204. And then we divide. Okay, let's see, 204 divided by 34, and I'm getting 6. Okay, so if x equals 6 is good, that should give us a pair of angle measures that add up to 180 degrees. So let's do angle B first. So I have 13 times 6 plus 11. Let's see, that would be 60 plus 18, so that's 78. 78 plus 11, so I am seeing 89 pesos. Okay, now if we go up here for angle C, 21 times 6 minus 35. So let's see, that's going to be 120 plus 6, so 126 minus 35. Let's see, check it with the calculator. 126 minus 35. I'm getting 91 pesos. 91 pesos. And then we look at 89 and 91. They're definitely supplementary. They add up to 180. So we should feel pretty good about that. Okay, that's it for today. You guys make sure you stay safe out there. Miss you a whole bunch, and I'll talk to you soon.